So do you think separate states should be able to have their own definitions of marriages, or should it be a national policy?
As my personal opinion,
Yeah.
it should be national. And we are the only country in the world that does not have that. Every other country in the world has a national definition. It's because of the way our Constitution is set up. Now that's my personal opinion. Given that we don't have it, and every state has its own rules, I would like to see 50 states. And the District of Columbia, which just actually did it. And if you're going to follow the District of Columbia, they just had a vote approving gender-neutral same-sex marriages. And if you know the structure of governments in this country, the District of Columbia actually reports to Congress. Right? Their head honcho is Congress, not the governor. So Congress has to actually approve what the District of Columbia has just said it wants. So this issue is now going to Congress. It's not the national argument we want, but it's now going to, so Congress members from Arkansas are going to vote on this. So it's going to bring the issue higher up.
Besides New York, New Jersey, and Rhode Island, what states do you think would be next to?
I'm not focused on that. I don't know. I can list off a long list of states. I don't expect to see it. But you think of the more progressive states as compared to the more conservative. And yet, we look at Iowa. No one expected Iowa, but then when we look at Iowa's history, Iowa and its constitution and its people have a tremendous regard for individual liberty. And they said, who am I to tell someone else? So that's one of the reasons it's going to stand in Iowa, we believe. But I'll take an easy stretch. I don't expect this in Utah anytime soon. The Mormon community runs Utah.
So that's why.
Oh yeah, Utah is an extremely religious, conservative community. Yeah, you learn about states. The argument is that proposition, according to the Constitution of California, that proposition was not a minor change to the state's laws, it was a major change. And that needs legislative approval. It's not just the will of the people in the proposition. What happened from Proposition 8 and the fallout of the November election is it's brought this issue to a national discussion. And it's brought a lot of people, bad term, out of the closet to fight for this. Because it's the next civil rights movement. So Proposition 8 is not finished. Even if the court, and the general assumption is the court will leave Proposition 8 as it stands, it's not finished because another proposition can come in the next ballot and overturn that. So this gets into learning about state law. So if you have a proposition in California, whatever it says, if the legislator votes later on to do something differently, and it's within the state constitution, then that law overturns the proposition. But that's California's. We don't have that option in New York. We don't have this populist way. Ours has to go through the legislature.
What other organizations are you working with?
Okay, Metropolitan New York works with, we call them ESPA, Empire State Pride Agenda, which is an across-the-board civil rights organization. There is the New York Civil Liberties Union, which is a sister organization of the American Civil Liberties Union. There is HRC, Human Rights Campaign. Those are the primary ones. There's another one, Freedom to Marry. Those are the ones that are very much in our umbrella.